but no trace of them was found. What do you think about that?
I think it's very sad. I mean, he probably is. I mean, it's that thing with when there was that football team.
Yeah, well, I was talking
when
about.
they were in the team, that football team, when they were stuck in a cave, they still managed.
In Thailand, yeah.
They still managed to stay alive through meditation and whatever. So I think that taking it from that story, anything is possible.
You're right there. Very. I hope they find him. Do you think they will?
I hope so.
I hope they'll find him. Right. Okay. So that's
alive and well. I hope they find him. I hope they find him live and well.
Exactly. Yeah. Live and well. Yeah. That was the other day that was in the news, and there was another story that we're going to talk about now, and this is quite interesting. So, because we've spoken about that story, and we're now talking about Facebook. Now, I don't suppose you've heard there was a story online about Facebook the other day. I don't go on Facebook. I don't have Facebook. I don't know if you do or do not, but I don't.
I don't either.
It's to shift towards encrypted messaging.
Who?
Encrypted messaging.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Well, okay, well, I'm going to get to that. Facebook's chief executive has promised to transform privacy on the social network site with new encryption that even the site's bosses cannot penetrate. The move comes after criticism of Facebook's problem with privacy controls and data sharing. In a blog post, Mark Zuckerberg wrote, "As I think about the future of the internet, I believe a privacy-focused communications platform will become even more important than today's open platforms." Now, privacy gives people the freedom to... hang on a minute. Start that again. Privacy gives people the freedom and cannot connect more naturally, which is why we build social networks. You read from there.
His multi-year plan would see Facebook's messaging services covered with encryption so strong that even Facebook would not be able to see the messages. This is already a feature of Facebook owned by WhatsApp. Zuckerberg outlined 6 parts of his new privacy-based platform.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
To be honest, I've got to be honest, I didn't really understand it.
Nor did I. See, I don't have Facebook, so I don't know very much. But I have family and friends who have it. But and they know a lot about Facebook. My mum's friends have them, my dad's friends have them, my dad has it, my sister has it, but I don't have it. I mean, there's obviously the fan page sites for me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's all on there. But I don't use it. I don't. And it's a hard one. Do you think it's a hard one?
Yeah, I think it's a hard one to understand, especially if you don't have it.
Exactly. And I think... Obviously, I can't really say very much about that one.
No, neither can I, because I don't have it either.
It's a very, very hard one. Okay, right, so that was the story about Facebook. And now, there's something else that we're going to talk about. There was something else that we were going to talk about. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on. Because we was going to talk about something. We'll talk about that. And then, yeah, so we spoke about that plane crash thing. And... Not plane crash thing. What? The
plane crash thing.
The illness virgin thing.
Oh, the illness virgin thing.
Yeah, I spoke about that. Then we spoke about...
Can you do a Jamaican accent?
No, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't do that. And we just spoken about Facebook, and we just spoke about... What else did we speak about? Tom Ballard. Right, so there's one more topic that we're going to talk about in a minute, but there's one thing that I want to talk about. I haven't got through to this with you yet. Next Friday, the 15th of March, right, it's Red Nose Day and Comic Relief. And what we're going to be doing is, for Red Nose Day and Comic Relief, we're going to be presenting a very special show. You going to be up for that?
On Friday?
Yeah, on Friday night. With our red noses and our red tops. And then we're going to go out and we're going to do a Comic Relief thing. And I thought we'd do for Comic Relief. I thought we'll go out in Butlingford and we'll do a recorded episode of us going around Butlingford, going around Butlingford and doing a show, walking around Butlingford, all around Butlingford, and chatting to people and doing a laugh, having a laugh in Butlingford. So we'll do the Comic Relief on the Saturday, but we'll do the Red Nose Day special show we'll do on Friday night. I'm going shopping later on today to get lots of red nosy bits and bobs.
Right, I'm 100% with that.
Next Friday,
and for those of you that can't see us, we are now shaking hands on it.
And we are. I haven't spoken to you about this yet, but we popped a little thing out on the social media pages about this. We are going to do it next Friday. There's no time yet. I reckon we should do it a bit early. Then we're not going to do it too late because obviously we have to get to sleep and we've got to be up early the next day to do this show. So we'll do it about 6 o'clock sort of time. And then we can go out on the Saturday and we can go and do a special show in Butlingford with the iPad.
So we're doing a special show on the Friday?
Yep, and then on Saturday afternoon we're going to do a recorded show going out in Butlingford. We'll do the Saturday morning show and then we'll go out after that and we'll do a recorded episode of us going around Butlingford. We can have a little chat and I can say what you think, what we're going to be doing. What do you think?
Sounds good.
So we're doing Red Nose Day Comic Relief next Friday and Saturday, so I hope you can join us for that. Right, okay.
Oh, look, that's going to be epic.
I know it is, I know. Right, we're talking about John Lewis now.
Who's that?
John Lewis, a department store. Did you not know what John Lewis is? Do you know what John Lewis is?
I'll have to stick myself.
Do you know what John Lewis is?
I didn't know who he was, but I know it's a department store.
It's a department store for clothes and makeup and stuff that they do. But first of all, before we go into that, I want to know what you thought about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire this week. Have you been watching it?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think?
The first man that was on it...
Chris Tarrant?
No. The first man was on it this week.
Oh, yeah.
He got up to
500,000 smackers. I know. Crackers. Pounds. He got up to £500,000 and he got to the £1 million question and he didn't want to play it. I think he would have got to the £1 million.
He didn't.
But he didn't.
He got it wrong.
Exactly. And then that lady who went home, the old lady who went home with £1,000. Did you see that? Did you see that one?
What?
There was an old lady who went on there, and she got to, oh bless her, she got to nearly £16,000. She lost a whole lot, went home with £1,000. The old lady went home with £1,000, people. I prefer Chris Tarrant. Who do you prefer, Chris Tarrant, or do you prefer Jeremy Clarkson?
Clarkson.
Why?
Because I think that he's just got a way about him. I think that he has got just a way about him. He's good at what he does, and he's funny with it.
I prefer Chris Tarrant. It was just the voice of him was just fantastic. And Elstree Studios as well, which isn't, well, I'll say it's near London, not very far from here, I suppose. And they've moved it, it's not actually filmed at Elstree anymore.
Do you know, where is it filmed?
Manchester. Media City. Media City, do you know where that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's filmed in Manchester. I said to Mum, can't we go and see it? And she said, well, it's a gambling programme. I think you've got to be over 18, I think.
Have you?
I think so. I'm not sure. But, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So that was what you think about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And we're now going to talk about John Lewis. Yeah, John Lewis. Do you know about John Lewis?
No.
Basically, what's happening about this? Staff bonuses at John Lewis and Waitrose, you might know this one, has been slashed after a challenging year in which... Can I ask you a question? What does trashed mean?
Trashed means like rubbish.
I know.
Thrown away.
Has been trashed, I know. But it has been trashed. No?
What do you mean?
Which underwriting profits fell 45%. What's that mean? No? Do you not get that? Okay. Right.
No. Hang on, explain it to me.
Right.
Tell me.
Bonuses at John Lewis and Waitrose, staff bonuses at John Lewis and Waitrose, rather, have been slashed after a challenging year in which underlying profits fell over 45%.
Let me hear. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
45%. It's fallen by 45%. Means that it's gone down. So the profit, so the money that they've made has gone down by 45.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do understand that. Of course I do. John Lewis Partnership, which owns both brands, said the payout to its more than £83,000 employees was being cut in order to keep paying off of debt and maintain investment levels amid continued consumer and economic uncertainty. Okay?
I think
Right.
I think that a lot of people would have left, wouldn't they?
Yeah. The annual bonus of 3% of salary is down from 5% last year. The 6th consecutive year it's been cut, and down from 17% in 2013. But it may still come as a relief in many workers after a warning earlier this year that the payout may have to be cut altogether as the company faced tough trading conditions. Chairman Sir Charlie Mayfield said conditions were expected to remain challenging during 2019. Operating profits for the year to 26th of January were down by 56%. At John Lewis department store chain, thanks to lower sales and the period of new constant discounting from October onwards in response to weak demand and distress from retailers. Profits at Waitrose were up by 18% after like-for-like salaries grow, and margins were boosted by new ranges including vegetarian and vegan products. What do you think?
I've got something I want to throw into this mix.
Okay, go on in.
You know what it is?
Food.
Heston Blumenthal.
Seen the adverts he did for that.
That's right. So what are your views on Heston?
He does Waitrose food. Have you seen Waitrose TV? And Mary Berry used to do that as well. Lots of famous chefs used to do stuff for Waitrose. Paul Hollywood used to do it. Alan Titchmarsh used to do it. He was a famous gardener. I haven't heard from him for a while. He's been very quiet at the minute. Lots of famous chefs and gardeners and presenters used to go into Waitrose TV, and they used to present lots of things for that, lots of videos. Like I remember once Alan Titchmarsh visited a strawberry farm in Hampshire.
Yeah.
Mary Berry went somewhere as well. I think she went to a watercress farm in Winchester. It's all based around Hampshire, Yorkshire, all over the country. So, and Heston Blumenthal used to do a lot of cooking on there as well. So, go on, what do you want to say about him?
What I wanted to say about him was, he's amazing. But he stopped doing Waitrose food now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while.
He has ADHD.
Really? No.
No, I kid you not.
How did you find out about that?
He said it on one of his programmes.
Yeah.
He has ADHD.
Blimey. Well, he's a very good chef. Did you ever watch his programmes? He did this programme when he used to make things gigantic.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's good at science as well, Luke.
Yeah. I've seen that.
But if I could be like any famous person, that's who I'd like to be like, Heston Blumenthal. Because as I've said to you before, I'd like to be a chef. I've said to you before, haven't I, Luke? That me and you could open a cafe.
Yeah, we should open a cafe in Buntingford.
Yeah.
Okay, so John Lewis, what do you think about John Lewis?
Well, I think that because Heston left, I think that's why it's gone downhill. I could be wrong.
Do you think they could end up shutting Waitrose and John Lewis and making it all online?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Oh, I think it's inevitable. I think that's something they will be doing in the next sort of 5 to 6 years. I think they'll be doing that. But it's going to take a lot of time, isn't it?
It's coming back to the story about the high street again.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots
and
of
it all
shops
rolls down
in the
to
high
that.
street, they're all shutting down and they're all going online. And it's quite a hard one, really, because we don't shop online.
No.
If I go to John Lewis, I like to act. Well, I've been to John Lewis for years, but I'd like to go to Waitrose. I've been to Waitrose for a while. I like to go there and I like to actually look. I like to actually look at what I'm buying. Because if you buy something online, how are you supposed to send it back?
Exactly.
How are you supposed to send it all back?
You can't, can you?
You can't send it back. You can't. You just can't send it back. Unless if you send it back in the post to where it came from.
Yeah.
I say I brought a box of tea bags.
You bought a box of tea bags?
No, just say if I did.
Oh, alright. Let's say you bought a box of tea
How would
bags.
I send it back?
What, online?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know.
I could send it straight back to the shop.